Real bad. He just over 50% almost.
Since you're sitting there literally doing nothing, let me tell you one of my
They
favorite
trying
Wilt
to over.
Chamberlain quotes. They say that nobody is perfect. Then they tell you practice makes perfect. I wish they'd make up their minds. I don't know why, but that always makes me smile.
What's the challenges, nigga?
All right, let's take a moment now for the Sprite ice cold keys to the game. And as we take a look at Minnesota, what's the key against the Bucks?
Well, Kev, it's all about valuing the pumpkin. Take care of the ball. They've been on a tear over the last 15 games. The turnover story has really been important. Minimizing the turnovers, squeezing the orange. They've gotten much better in that area. As a result, they're more efficient. And one thing you've got to try to do is disrupt their rhythm and flow. Make them uncomfortable. Try to force them into mistakes.
And Clark, since we're talking about the keys, how about Milwaukee? What's the key for them?
How they deal with Al Jefferson is going to be very, very important. He's got one heck of a knack for scoring in the paint. So you've got to fight him in the post area. Don't let him get that deep, sweet post position. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
It ought to be a compelling game to watch. Thanks, Clark. So it's Milwaukee following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Jefferson inside. Thomas is on it. No good. And the Bucks going the other way right now. This is their second game playing the Timberwolves this season.
This team got them into some real foul trouble last time they met up. That's going to be something to look out for in this.
And here is Jefferson following the shot by Michael Redd. Here's Ellington. It's hauled in by Michael Redd. Starters, Clark, picking up a few quick fouls. It just throws off your whole game.
Yeah, you don't really game plan for a couple of your main guys to be on the bench so soon. Those guys have to defend without fouling because it puts too much pressure on the reserves if they can't play their normal minutes.
So it's Milwaukee after Johnny Flynn's basket. Redd. A missed three.
That's a big man. He doesn't need a ladder to clean the glass.
Here's Love. Kept alive. Here's Brewer. Gets it to rattle in.
Kicked it to the right guy at the right time. That's a good pass.
On defense, the Timberwolves, defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
They really didn't give themselves much of a chance, Kevin. By the fourth quarter, it was pretty much over. Finally able to get one down after starting off missing their first three. That's definitely not the start they wanted.
And so here is Minnesota, 4-point game. Stolen by the Bucks.
You should leave those long bomb passes alone.
Great finish by Shorty.
Great D leads to easy offense.
Minnesota in the lead. To Brewer. Jefferson. Thomas is there. In close. Cannot hit. And the Bucks going the other way right now. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
One thing you started to see shape up was how well they were shooting from the field. And I think that's always a function of ball movement and shot selection. They are tough to beat when they shoot with that confidence. You might remember Corey Brewer as a key cog in the back-to-back national championship teams at Florida a couple of years ago. He was the most outstanding player in the 2007 NCAA tournament. He struggled a bit early in his pro career, but he's a guy who has tremendous potential to be a defensive stopper and also to be a productive offensive player.
And Minnesota has possession after the basket by Milwaukee. A steal by Mbamute.
You have to play smart with the ball in your hand.
And here is Redd.
Great pass into the lane. They'll take that one every time.
And here are the Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Look at the Lakers. Here in the middle of the season, they're in great shape, sitting atop the conference. And, of course, the Timberwolves, they're way down there. Bucks on D. To the paint. Flynn drops it in on the layup. And here are the Bucks now, trailing by 2. Now, Mbamute. Here's Bogut. Yes! And the foul. It's on Al Jefferson. And he gives them the lead. Here's another number 1 overall pick in Andrew Bogut, a guy from Australia, so he didn't grow up in this country. His NBA career has not been as successful as his college career.
Yeah, I agree with you. He played 2 years in college, was dominant his second year at Utah, then got to the NBA, and I think somewhat a prisoner of where he was drafted. He was the number 1 selection, hasn't posted numbers commensurate with that pick, but nonetheless, I think he's become very solid as an NBA starting center / power forward.
So it's Milwaukee after Al Jefferson scored. Gets in close, finishes with the soft touch.
That's a strong finish inside. That's where you want to work your magic, Kevin.
Here's Jefferson, connects from in close.
Speed is only part of the equation here. He's not blinding quick, but he was determined to take that one to the rim.
The shot is off. The Timberwolves with the slight lead.
Well, Kevin, what can you say? They played terrific offensively. Nonetheless, their interior defense has plenty of room for improvement. They're giving up too many points in the paint.
We've reached the end of the first.
Yeah,
All right, the first quarter had a lot of good action. I think we'll be in for some more here in the second. And here are the Bucks now. And here's what's in store for next Wednesday. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Red. Shorty rushes it with the one-handed jam. 8 points for him.
They've been trading buckets and trading leads. What outstanding competitors out there.
To Brewer, who lets loose for a 3. Shot is off, and the Bucks going the other way right now. Here's Shorty. Tries to lay it in, but it doesn't go. The Timberwolves trail. Gomes. To Flynn.
That's his second turnover in this quarter alone.
Milwaukee in the lead. Shorty down low. Here's Bogut. Kisses it off the glass and in. 5 points in the game. He's had a tough time of it, as you were saying.
Yeah, he really has, Kevin. I mean, he just needs to make the smart passes and keep things simple. When you're struggling, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He just has to back off of it a little bit. And then he's got to make sure he's keeping the ball between himself and the defender.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. You take a look at the Bucks. They're deadly accurate. 3rd in the NBA.
With all of the great shooters they have, it's almost easy to think that they would shoot a high percentage. But there's some other factors at play here. They're unselfish, they set good screens, they move well without the ball, and they're disciplined in that they don't take just any shot. They want the best shot available, and that's usually what they get.
And so here's Minnesota. Atkins from short range. Petrus corrals the miss inside. Here's Milwaukee now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. To Petrus, a 3 ball. That's good. He's got 5. When healthy, Michael Pietrus can help any team in the league.
Yeah, I love his energy. I like his defensive ability as well. He's a legitimate 6'5" or 6", can shoot the 3, runs the floor, gets after people defensively. I mean, you're right. Any team benefits from the attributes that he brings to the table.
6 seconds to shoot. Nice job on the assist by Atkins. And here is Red. 11-point game his last outing. And for next Friday, be sure to tune in. Celtics are roadbound. They head to Atlanta to play the Hawks at Phillips Arena. It'll get rolling at 7:30 Eastern.
You know they're going to be extra hyped up for this one.
You're right. And Minnesota has possession. The Bucks missing that time. Here's Jefferson, and it's tied up. Nice bucket by the 6-year veteran out of Prentice High School. Here's Shorty. It's rebounded by Jefferson.
Boy, they've really been scrapping for rebounds in this one. Neither club really dominating the other one.
Brewer does not get the go-ahead bucket. So it's Milwaukee now. To Red for 3. Kept alive. Here's Pietrus. A little long, but it goes in. He has 7. And you're right about the dogfight, Clark. You can tell that both teams really want this one.
Yeah, without question. And with it being as close as it is right now, a hard-fought game, you expect this intensity to keep up.
And Minnesota has possession after the basket by Milwaukee. 53 seconds left in the second. Jefferson to Atkins. Here's Atkins. Cannot hit. And it's Milwaukee the other way. Red connects on the baseline jumper.
Well, he's playing a well-rounded game, and he's really helped them in a number of ways.
5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Ellington. Connects on the tough shot. They close the gap to 4. Mbah-a-Moute, right wing. Back, right wing to 0. 13 feet out. Can't get the buzzer beater.
The Bucks have been on a scoring tear, Kevin.
Yeah, they've really been hot. And that concludes the first half. The score, 26-22. Let's now go to studio for the T-Mobile halftime report. All right, let's look at the team stats. The start of the second half about to get underway. It's been a great game so far. A lot of action up and down the floor. This second half promises to be the same. And here are the Bucks now. They lead by 4. Thomas down low. Jefferson is right there. 13 feet out. Thomas, no good. Timberwolves on offense. 4-point game. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. Matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Now Love, averaging 12 points a game. 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Shorty. It's 1-on-1. Here is Mbah-a-Moute. Rips it down off the beautiful pass.
He's not the guy you would expect to compete in the dunk contest, but he can still throw it down when he needs to.
Shorty had a piece of it. Good D by Flynn. And Minnesota has possession. They trail by 6. Shorty gets the reach-in call. That's his first foul. Quickly, let's check out the Eastern Conference standings. The season in full bloom. But take a look at the Hawks. Best team in the conference, really having a nice season and looking to maintain that through the playoffs. But of course, Milwaukee just need to take it a game at a time. Thrower with the ball. 6 points for him. Hands it off to Flynn. Here's Jefferson. Hits the 15-footer. He's got 8.
He can't be stopped. He's having a party out there.
Here's Milwaukee now. Warwick in the post. He's going up against Love. Shorty leads the game in assists.
Passes like that are fun to watch. Beautiful feed inside for the score. He placed it perfectly, Kevin.
Here's Flynn. Dumps it off. Brewer's shot is off. Milwaukee in the lead. Warwick passes it back. Now Mbamute. Shorty backs in. The hook hits the far iron, but it goes in. 12 points for him.
The hook shot is something of a lost art in the NBA. Nice to see it on display there.
Jefferson dumps it down with one hand.
Despite his height, he's choosy with his dunks. But when he does, make way. Shoot it, shoot it.
Right wing. Here's Shorty. Parries the short-range jumper. Sweet touch by the rookie out of American International. Minnesota calls timeout. And as we get a break, let's take a look at some of the scores from last night's games. The Lakers pick up a road win. The New York Knicks going down. It's a road loss for the Bobcats. Atlanta gets it done. Houston with the road win. The Spurs lose in San Antonio. Warwick inside. Jefferson on him. Inside. Graceful finish.
He isn't known for his soft touch at the rim, but he did a really nice job of laying it in with defenders lurking.
And so here is Minnesota, a 12-point game. Shorty dives for it. Stolen away by the Bucks. The alley-oop. Turnover by the Bucks.
Pass got away from him. A missed opportunity.
And the Bucks with some adjustments here.
That was running with.
And Minnesota has possession. Down by 12. Here's Flynn. No good. The Bucks walk away with a double-digit victory as they defeat the Timberwolves 63-51. Shorty is the Jordan Brand player of the game and some solid numbers.
Yeah, he did.
Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K Sports.
In a nutshell, I will call your performance dominating. Of the shots you took, I would say the vast majority of them were good shots. The important thing to remember is not to lose your focus. When that happens, you'll begin to force bad shots. I tell you, another thing I really liked out there was your ball distribution. Steve Nash makes his teammates look so good. I saw that instinct in you out there. All in all, I really don't know what else to say. Keep it up.
Now I'm back on the bench. But why they keep
Well, let's go over these Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. Pfizer Clark taking a look at the Bucks. What's going to be the key for them?
How well can they disrupt Jason Kidd's game?
Here's Kidd. Turned in an outstanding game against New York.
So if he wins as a starter, does that mean that he better than
Jason Terry has played point guard. Jason Terry has played the two guard. Wherever he plays, he's always been effective.
Yeah, and he's just a player. I don't really think you get caught into categorizing him point guard, two guard, starter, reserve. Just find him minutes, put the ball in his hands, and and let him make plays for you, and that's what he does. He brings energy and effervescence that's contagious, and he's always upbeat. I mean, this guy is never down, and he's always ready to roll, and that has to be positive for a team. Not to mention, if you get shots, he's going to give you big numbers.
And here is Nowitzki following Brandon Jennings' three. To the corner. Here's Shorty. And the rebound goes to Martin.
Well, the defense put pressure on him, and frankly, he'll miss some of those even when he's wide open.
To Marion. Martin. Here's Kidd. Here's Terry. Drains it for three. 5 points in the game.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfectly.
Gets in close. Buries the short-range jumper.
That's a strong finish inside. That's where you want to work your magic, Kevin.
Here's Kidd. His last outing, he had 8 points. Martin drops it in on the layup.
Just like they drew it up in practice, Kevin. Sweet dish inside.
Shorty, he's covered by Kidd. To Jennings. Red, the three. No good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. This is the second meeting of the year against this Bucks team.
Kevin, I thought bench play made the difference against these guys in the win last time. Some unexpected overperforming from the reserves.
And he gives them the lead. Just like when the bench comes to play, you know you're in good shape.
Well, Kevin, you need contributions from everybody. Your key guys aren't always going to be on top of their game. So that's when you hope the fresh legs off the bench will save you. And they saved them last time.
On defense, the Mavericks. To Mbaamuta. Cans the shot.
Well, it's almost impossible to miss when the D is playing that song.
And here we go with Jason Terry. He had 15 points last outing. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
I think they kept the opposition really off balance for most of the game. They prevented any kind of rhythm or real flow from developing and forced a lot of turnovers in the process.
And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. Let's take a look at Dallas right there at the 2 spot. So good.
This is one of the top free throw shooting teams in the league because they work at it. Believe me, they spend a lot of time working on their free throw shooting, and it shows up in game. That's why they're one of the league's best.
And here is Nowitzki. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. It bounces out of bounds after the shot. As we grind through the season, let's see how the West is shaping up. Taking a look at the Lakers. Best team in the conference, really having a nice season, looking to maintain that through the playoffs. And of course, the Dallas Mavericks just need to take it a game at a time. And here are the Bucks now. 1:13 left in the first. Here's Petrus. Sinks it. Here's Kidd. Averaging 6 points per contest. Throws it up for the... Oh!
Fantastic pass to set the alley-oop jam up there. You gotta love that.
Here's Shorty from short range. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound.
There wasn't enough defensive pressure to affect him that close to the rim. I think he just flat out missed it.
Here's Kidd from 17 feet out. It falls short.
The defense couldn't close out on the mid-range J, and the shooter made him pay.
Shorty. Terry grabs the board.
Looked like he had the angle. That's a bad miss that close to the goal.
Here's Marion. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
Here's Shorty. Inside. Gets the lay-in. Here's Kidd. Dumps it off. Over Thomas. Nets it from the wing.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
And here is Red. The Mavericks with the slight lead.
Well, Kevin, what can you say? They played terrific offensively. If I had to point out an area for improvement,
They'll try to lock in.
And so here is Dallas. Bogut nails the baby hook.
great pick there. The defender was stopped in his track, and it freed up the easy basket.
And coming up this Friday, we'll be in the Phillips Arena to see the Atlanta Hawks. The Boston Celtics come into town. It'll get rolling at 7:30 Eastern.
You can count on it that both teams want to win.
Yep. And here are the Bucks now, following Jason Terry's three. Here's Bogut. Dumps it home off the sweet dish.
Too easy. Far too easy.
Here's Kidd. 2:55 left in the second. Gets a good look. And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
Just put the ball in his hands, Kevin, and watch him go to work. He's going to make something good happen.
So it's Milwaukee now. 9-point game. To Red. Down low. A shot by Bogut.
Good pick there to set up the layup. That's textbook offensive execution.
And the Mavericks call time here. Clark, has an up-tempo team ever been a team that will go deep into the playoffs? We've had teams that have come close, teams that will excite, teams that will certainly draw a lot of attention because of the high numbers they rack up game in and game out. But can that team have the wherewithal to go through the playoffs and maybe make the finals? And who knows, even win a championship? Can that be done with that up-tempo style of play?
You know what, Kevin? It has not been done yet. You'd have to go back to the Lakers, the run-and-gun Lakers of the 80s, but they were a good defensive team as well. I think you need a combination. It's fine to play up-tempo, but you have to be able to defend consistently in the playoffs and also be able to go to your half-court game. As a fan and broadcaster, I would love to see an up-tempo team not only get to the finals, but win it. But that's only going to happen if that up-tempo team is solid defensively as well.
And so here is Dallas after the basket by Milwaukee. 1:36 left in the half. To Martin. Fires the three. Kept alive. Here's Martin. Misses the shot over the double team.
Boy, they've really been scrapping for rebounds in this one. Neither club really dominating the other one.
Mavericks on D. Their biggest lead of the game was now. Here's Kidd. And you're right about the dogfight, Clark. You can tell that both teams really want this one.
Yeah, without question. And with it being as close as it is right now, a hard-fought game, you expect this intensity to keep up.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
From the floor, they were extremely effective. They got good shots, high-quality shots at the right time. They moved the ball, they moved themselves, and their offense looked like a well-oiled machine.
This Thursday, there's more hoops going on. It'll be Kevin Garnett and the Boston Celtics, and they'll take on the Magic at Amway Arena. That one gets started at 8 o'clock Eastern.
It'll be fun to watch.
Here's Martin. 9 points last game. The Mavericks good out for the quick shot here. That would leave him with the final possession. Martin. From inside. Yes! And the foul. It's on Mbaamuta. No good, and they don't get the three-point play. The Bucks trail.
Here, they'll want to hold for one shot.
Taken away.
You know, both teams, Kevin, are just about even in terms of giveaways.
Good for the three-point play. Now Bell. As you mentioned, turnovers not much of a factor here so far.
No, not really, Kevin. I can't say it any better than that.
Shorty, he gets hammered and he'll head to the line. That's on Jason Terry. As we grind through the season, let's see how the East is shaping up. Taking a look at Atlanta. Here in the middle of the season, they're in great shape, sitting atop the conference. And of course, the Bucks, just way behind. He knocks down the first one. Gets them both. And here we go with Jason Terry.
The Mavericks have been on the scoring tear, Kevin.
Yeah, they've really been hot. And that concludes the first half. The score, 37-31.
Down 6.
Now it's time for our T-Mobile halftime report. Well, it's start of the third quarter here. We've got a close one for you. Glad you could join us as we get underway. Here's Kidd. And Dallas has possession. They lead by 4. Next up for them is going to be the Suns. That'll be at the U.S. Airways Center. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Kidd. Nowitzki a screen. On the shot clock. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Red.
Well, they still have the lead, but they really need to collect themselves and start taking care of the ball.
Out on the sideline, Cheryl had a chance to speak with Coach Rick Carlisle. Cheryl?
Hey, Kev, it's time to regain focus, he said. There's one main issue. The other team doesn't seem to miss a shot. He wants his team to contest the shots and step up the defensive pressure. Now back to our play-by-play analysis. Kev?
Thanks, Cheryl. Here's Kidd. A missed 3.
Slumping a bit here to start the third.
They've got numbers. Here's Shorty, and it's tied up. He's got 12, and it does look like turnovers will be a theme here.
Without question, Kevin. Let's see if they can squeeze the orange and hold it together. They've got to do a much better job of taking care of the ball.
Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. You take a look at the Bucks. They're deadly accurate, 3rd in the NBA.
They have a lot of outstanding shooters on this team, and they're really disciplined. That's what you like to see. They don't take a bunch of bad shots. This team gets the shots they want, and they've got a lot of shooters that can knock them down.
Al Bell following the miss by Jason Kidd.
Yeah, both teams have ramped it up here in the second half.
2:41 after the third. High post. Ross, right wing. From deep. Kept alive. Here's Kidd. No good. And it's Milwaukee the other way. The Bucks on a bit of a roll here. Shorty dumps it off. The Mavericks trailer. Here's Marion. Oh! Rips it down with one hand.
Excellent defense, and the steal earns them a quick bucket in transition.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And as we get a break, let's take a look at some of the scores from last night's games. It was the 76ers taking the win in Philadelphia, so the Pacers drop that game. The Hawks pick up a road win as the Rockets lose. For the Jazz, a good game in Utah. The Suns falling short there. And back to the game we go. So it's Milwaukee now. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Here is Mbamute. 6 seconds to shoot. And here is Red. He's against Martin. Shorty with 1 on the clock. Lays it right in.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
He'd better get a move on. Skip pass, and here is Nowitzki. He's guarded by Mbamute. Nowitzki's shot is no good.
Yeah, he hasn't been up to form. They need him scoring well to be at their best, and that just hasn't been the case so far.
The Bucks will keep possession. And be sure to tune in next Sunday. It's a home game in Boston for the Celtics as they host the Los Angeles Lakers. That one gets underway at 3:30 Eastern Time.
You can count on it that both teams want to win.
Yep. Here is Mbamute. Here's Bogut, the follow-up champ. 10 points for him.
Well, that's where he's so dangerous. You let him hang around the rim area, and he'll make you pay, as we just saw.
Here comes Kidd. 6 seconds to shoot. Humphries. Kidd leads the game in assists.
Sometimes you're good, sometimes you're lucky. They got lucky there.
Bogut down low, working on Gooden. On the paint. Let's see what the Dallas Mavericks have coming up. They'll be meeting up with the Jazz. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And he makes the first one. We see the Mavericks making some changes. And he splits the free throws. Here's Dallas, trailing by 5. Tamarian leads him with the pass. Kidd takes it up. Thomas corrals it, and that's his 9th rebound thus far. Milwaukee in the lead. To Jennings. Warwick inside. He's against Dampier. A jump hook.
Explosive offense. These two teams have been going at each other this entire game.
The Mavericks still have time here.
That's right, but they've got to keep their composure. Got to play with poise. Stay cool and keep chipping away at it. It's been a tough quarter right now. They can't seem to get into any kind of rhythm or flow. They just keep giving the ball away.
Just much too sloppy play so far.
Let's go.
Cheryl, what do you have?
Well, I had a moment to speak with Rick Carlisle, coach of the Mavs. He wants them to post up more. He thinks they can take advantage down there. We'll see if he's right. Guys?
Thank you, Cheryl. Here's Martin. 12 points for him. And here is Marion. The steal by the Bucks.
Well, they put themselves in that position by losing control of the ball. Those turnovers can come back to haunt you.
Clark, as you mentioned, another giveaway, another lost chance offensively. And on top of that, they're having to work more defensively.
Well, turnovers cut at you both ways. You don't get a shot, then you have to go down and play defense at the other end. I expected both teams to play well this quarter, but so far, it's been kind of disjointed. Fits and starts.
Here's Kidd, following the bucket by the Bucks. Right wing. Here's Nowitzki. Off the run. Shot's good.
He protected the early opening there and took advantage. That's a smart decision.
Now Mbamute, averaging 6 points per contest. Kidd grabs the board. And here comes Martin. They trail by 9 points. Nowitzki a screen. The Mavericks with the turnover. Milwaukee is just getting everything they want inside.
Points in the paint have been the story so far, and I don't think it's going to change unless this team starts defending with physicality, bodying up without fouling.
Mavericks on D. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Red. Terry with it. 10 points for him. stolen by Shorty.
You have to play smart with the ball in your hand. Right on the verge of victory now. They don't need much more than to just take care of the basketball.
The dump off to Kidd. To Terry. Dirk backs in. The Bucks walk away with a double-digit victory as they defeat the Mavericks, 64-51. Shorty is the Jordan Brand player of the game and some solid numbers.
Yeah, Kevin, he was really stroking it. He shot the lights out, and there was just no one out on the floor who could...
Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K Sports.
That was a terrible game for the guy that was guarding you. First off, you were very selective on your shots out there. That kind of patience impresses me. Taking the right shots gives your team the best chance possible to win games. Next, I don't think your man is feeling too good about his game. After all, most of his shots were bad shots. Your defense was smothering. Your man had no choice but to take questionable shots all game long. All in all, I really don't know what else to say. Keep it up.
All right, let's take a moment now for the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. Looking at Philadelphia, what's the key against the Bucks?
Kev, the challenge will be protecting the rock. Over the last week, they've really been on fire. And the steals have increased because the defense has been stifling. But you know what? They'll gamble looking for those steals. So if you take care of the ball and use some ball fakes, you might have a chance to burn them with some easy ones.
And Clark, since we're talking about the keys, how about Milwaukee? What do they need to keep in mind?
And one of the key contributors for them will be Michael Redd, a terrific three-point shooter and a high-volume scorer.
Does he have any range at all in his shots?
Oh, unbelievable range. In the gym range is what I call it, Kevin. He can hurt you from anywhere.
Oh, this should be fun to watch. Thank you, Clark. Iguodala scores the opening field goal. When I think of Andre Iguodala, I think about offense. But you know what? This guy's defense, he kind of transfers that athleticism on offense to being a pretty good defender.
He's got good feet, excellent feet, and then he's longer than he appears. I mean, he's strong and lean, but he's also pretty long, so he's able to use that length to bother shots, to block shots, and to get deflections and steals.
And anticipation, that's a big thing for a defender.
Without question, he has excellent anticipation. He's always ready to jump into those passes. Great D leads to easy offense.
To D'Alembert. Fisher. And here is Green. Screen by Brand. Shoots a three. It's hauled in by Michael Redd. And it's Milwaukee's ball. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
From the floor, they were extremely effective. They got good shots, high-quality shots at the right time. They moved the ball, they moved themselves, and their offense looked like a well-oiled machine.
Booked the layup by Ward. And here is Green, coming off a solid outing against Indiana. From close range, and Green gets it to go.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
So it's Milwaukee now, and playing the 76ers here for the second time.
Turnovers, they're just like missing breakfast, Kevin. At some point, they're coming back to bite you. You've got to make sure you get it started off right with a good breakfast.
Don't miss breakfast.
Don't miss breakfast. The same thing with turnovers. Squeeze the orange. Take care of the basketball.
And sloppy play clock to be avoided at all costs.
Kevin, just take care of the ball. That's what you want to tell them. Just take care of the ball. Don't throw weak passes. Don't be careless. Don't telegraph your passes. If you keep your focus mentally, you won't make those kinds of careless mistakes.
Here's Fisher after the miss by Milwaukee. Here's Brand. It's blocked. That's a 24-second violation, and they'll turn it over. shooting at a high percentage. All teams aim to do that. Let's see the league's best. Look at Milwaukee. Second in the NBA, such great shooters.
With all of the great shooters they have, it's almost easy to think that they would shoot a high percentage. But there's some other factors at play here. They're unselfish, they set good screens, they move well without the ball, and they're disciplined in that they don't take just any shot. They want the best shot available, and that's usually what they get.
Shorty, he's covered by Iguodala. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Early on, they were able to exploit their advantage in an area of discipline. They were just focused, locked in, and did a good job of drawing fouls.
So it's Milwaukee. 76ers getting the bucket. Shorty backs in. Nails the easy jumper. It's now all evened up at 6. Iguodala with it. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Here's Dallenberg, connects from in close.
Now that's a nice dime. What a dime. He dished it inside, and it was right on target.
Peaches gets in close. Graceful finish.
Good job of leading his man right to the rim for the bucket. They certainly haven't been very good here in the quarter in regards to protecting the ball, Kevin.
Here's Bogut, got a piece of it, and he recovers the ball. Terrific D by Dallenberg. To Young. From about 16, that's good. And yeah, for turnovers, they have 3 already this quarter.
And that's a lot of missed chances, partner. And it's the same thing. Those 3 opportunities can mean a 10, 12-point swing in score differential. Each basket they make after you hand it over, it's also a chance you didn't have to score yourself.
Misses the buzzer beater. The 76ers with the slight lead.
They're looking to find the open man, and you can see their advantage in assists. If I had to point out an area for improvement,
It's the area of assists that need improvement.
All right, the first quarter had a lot of good action. I think we'll be in for some more here in the second.
We can let
So
our
it's
game
Milwaukee
talk second half.
trailing by 2. And here is Green. 23 points his last outing. Dallenberg inside. Thomas is there from short range. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Shorty takes it up, drops it in on the layup. Nice bucket by the rookie out of American International. The 76ers trail. Here's Fisher. Seconds to shoot. Here's Dallenberg, kept alive. Fisher drains it from short range.
nice, big momentum builders, those second chance points.
Here is Mbamute, lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack.
Easy look in the paint. Defense got abused there.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Look at Philadelphia. A season filled with ups and downs. 10th right now in the conference. And, of course, there's the Bucks. 3.5 games back.
Well, with the home crowd behind them, you've got to feel like this team has an excellent chance to continue the winning streak, Kevin. There's nothing like being at home and playing in front of your fans when you've actually played really good basketball to this point.
Here's Fisher. 11 points last game. Here's Green. Off from three-point land. Milwaukee in the lead. to Red. In close. Rebounded by Brand.
He's usually automatic from that close. The defense must have affected him.
Stolen by the Bucks.
The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it. A tough sequence there.
Shorty cannot hit. And the 76ers go the other way.
One of the ways where they've shown a definite edge, Kevin, has come on the glass today.
Screen by Brand. Down low to the wing. Here's Green. Can't connect from the wing.
Shocking how wide open he was. Even more shocking that he couldn't sink it.
Red backs him down to 0. Red. His first shot of the game. The Bucks drain the shot. Talk about that rebounding edge, Clark. That's definitely had an impact for them in this game.
Well, I think you open up your opportunities, Kevin, when you can stay strong in the paint area and control the boards. I mean, that's a critical element in winning basketball games, rebounding the ball.
And here is Green, averaging 10 points per contest. Fisher can't hit. And let's check out tomorrow night. It's going to be Dwight Howard and the Orlando Magic. They'll be playing host to the visiting Boston Celtics. That game gets underway at 8 o'clock Eastern.
They're a lot of fun to watch right now.
Here's Brand. Nails it from close range. And here are the Bucks now.
They'd be smart to hold it now for the last shot.
Thomas down low. Gallenberg's there. Shoots from the post. Thomas, that's good.
They had a lot of trouble with their shot in the first quarter, but have found the touch here in the second.
And here is Green. Stolen away. Nails the buzzer beater.
Oh, my goodness. What a shot. Just in the nick of time. Money time. The Bucks have been on a scoring tear, Kevin.
Yeah, they've really been hot. And that concludes. Well, it's time for our T-Mobile halftime report. Well, let's check out the story of the stats. The Bucks have... Hi, fans, and welcome. They're ready to start the second half of this game, so let's get on with the action. And here are the Bucks now. 8-point game. Clark, as you said, they look to be a little more comfortable now.
You know, Kevin Wilson, sometimes it takes a while before you get into the flow of the game, and that appears to be what happened here. It just took them a little bit. Sometimes you need that first hit or that first bit of sweat to percolate, and then you're good to go.
They're going now, though.
Yeah, they are.
Now, Mbamute. 8-point game. Shorty from inside. It's hauled in by Andre Iguodala.
You can't D up a layup any better than that. Nice work.
He's got to push it. Young backs in. Young is called for the charge, and that's his first foul of the game. A moment to check out some results from around the league yesterday. The Bucks pick up a road win. The Mavericks losing in Dallas. A road win for the Charlotte Bobcats. The Suns falling short there. For the Wizards, a good game in Washington. The Lakers falling short there. And back to the game we go. Soft touch in the lane by Shorty. He's got 10.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
They've got to push it. To Brzezic from the paint. Fisher leads the game in assists. And here are the Bucks now. Here's Warwick. Flushes it with the one-handed jam.
Great assist on that basket. He's seeing the floor well, and he's making some beautiful passes.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Timeout called the 76ers. And fans, there's more hoops coming this Friday. The Celtics are playing away from Boston as they find themselves at Phillips Arena playing the Hawks. Start time 7:30 Eastern.
You always want to get out of there with a win in that one.
And it's the 76ers with the ball, trailing by 10. The handoff to Iguodala. Rips it down off the beautiful pass.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it. I think he got baited into throwing that one.
Robbed by Red.
To get back into this game, Kevin, they need to really concentrate on limiting the turnovers. I mean, it hasn't been terrible for them, but it's still hurting their cause.
And here is Red, averaging 20 points per game. Gets in close, finishes with the soft touch. He's got 12. You're right, Clark. When you're down, you can't just give away opportunities like that.
Well, the margin of error is much smaller when you're trailing and trying to come back, so everything is much more important, but turnovers always are self-destructive.
And it heads out of bounds. Last touch by the 76ers. Moment to see how the schedule is looking for Philadelphia. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Now Bell. Iguodala with it. It's a 5-point game. Here's Iguodala. Connects on the tough shot. He has 6.
They're doing their best to erase the deficit here with some smart passes and some good shooting. I mean, those two things go hand in hand. If you're going to make shots, then the passes have to be on target and on time.
Well, it's been an exciting game as we finish the third. The score still close, 42-39. Iguodala with it. 6 points for him. Young. Outside.
These clubs have been lighting up the scoreboard all game long.
Lead pass to Mbamute. Here's Red. Can't get it to go. And the 76ers go the other way. Iguodala to take the lead. Warren corrals the miss off the defensive glass. For the sledgehammer.
That should be illegal, Kevin. Fantastic pass to set the alley-oop jam up there. You gotta love that.
Picked off.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
Now Mbamute. The 76ers trail. Iguodala. And it's tied up.
The defense made the mistake of playing off him, and he drained it from deep.
Here's Milwaukee now. They've led by as much as 10. Mbamute. He's done a great job, Clark, of controlling the ball.
Boy, he sure has, Kevin. I mean, focus and quality ball handling, very impressive. He's really had a positive impact on his team with that kind of work.
Here's Fisher. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Five on the shot clock. Iguodala with it, guarded by Red. Here's Fisher. Trifecta.
This is called you must extend your defense, especially on the three-point marksman.
On defense, the 76ers. They lead by 1. Up ahead to Young. To the 10. Oh, just missed it. But he drew contact, and he'll head to the line. It's on Mbamute.
That's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
Sometimes these kids come out of college with very little experience. And then you've got a Thaddeus Young who fits that bill, but boy, he's come on and really blossomed in the NBA.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, he's highly conditioned. He runs easily. And he's an explosive athlete. And he's a an excellent score around the basket, Kevin.
You know a little bit about college basketball, Clark. I know that. Another player out of Georgia Tech who has thrived in the NBA.
Yeah, he's done a terrific job. You think about Chris Bosh, Jared Jack, some other guys from Georgia Tech recently, but clearly Thaddeus Young has tremendous potential.
Here's Fisher. He's got 6. 6 seconds to shoot. Fisher nails the tray.
There's been no answer for the three-point shot this half. They've dominated from behind the arc.
The Bucks will call a full timeout. They're losing by 6. 1:59 left in the fourth. Over to you, Cheryl.
Well, I had a moment to speak with the head coach of the Bucks. He wants them to get out on the break. He said, the second we get the ball, I want to see guys flying down the court. If you're tired, let me know. Otherwise, put the pedal to the metal. Guys?
Okay, thanks.
Kevin, they've got the edge here in rebounding. They're doing a good job of blocking out and then pursuing the basketball. That's good fundamental action.
The 76ers leading, so it's Milwaukee now after the Sixers pick up 2. Here's Shorty. Kisses it off the glass and in. And Clark, as you were saying, with today's athletes, the difference usually does come down to good technique and certainly fundamentals.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kevin. Everybody in the NBA is an athlete, so you've got to take care of your business in a fundamental way, especially when it comes to rebounding.
Red misses.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice, clear look. Just didn't convert.
To Iguodala, guarded by Red. Kept alive. Here's Young. A missed 3.
The D gave him all the space he needed for that 3, but it just didn't happen.
Less than 1 minute left. Shorty from short range. It's hauled in by Andre Iguodala. The 76ers with an excellent chance to put the nail in the coffin. We're going the other way.
That was an ugly possession. They were out of sync completely, and the ball just sailed out of bounds.
Milwaukee is just getting everything they want inside.
Points in the paint have been the story so far, and I don't think it's going to change unless this team starts defending with physicality, bodying up without fouling.
So it's Milwaukee now. 6-point game. Here's Shorty. The shot is off, and the 76ers go the other way. It's off his leg, and it's whistled a kick. Here's Fisher off the inbound, lays it right in.
Healthy lead, and with smart play the rest of the way, they should be able to win this one. Kevin, not much they can do right now. Time is not on their side.
4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Iguodala with it. He's got 9. The Bucks will go for the intentional foul. And here are the 76ers now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Sinks the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Off on the second. And the turnover by Philadelphia.
Good defensive footwork shut down his path to the basket.
Young having a dominant impact in this game.
He's really giving his team a lift here, providing solid minutes off the bench.
How big is it, Clark, to get a solid contribution off the bench?
I think it's really big because you need everybody to contribute.
I know
Starters
my
aren't always going to be able to go the distance, so your backup guys have to come in and play well.
Red. It falls short.
Look at this nigga Michael
Red
Red,
made
bro.
the big rebound. What a play.
Shorty is tagged with the reach. That's his first foul of the game. In the bonus, go to the line. Hit on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. Perfect from the line, and it's a 9-point ball game. And here is Thomas. Here's Shorty. Off target. The 76ers win the hard-fought game as they outlast the Bucks 59-50. Derek Fisher is the Jordan Brand. Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K Sports.
Good game. I saw some flashes of brilliance out there. First off, you were very selective on your shots out there. That kind of patience impresses me. Taking the right shots gives your team the best chance possible to win games. On the negative side of things, do I even need to bring up the number of bad passes you made? Control the ball. Don't let it control you. If you have a good lane, make the pass. Otherwise, look for another target. At the end of the day, I consider that to be a very solid game.